Just going out there playing hard, competing, doing what it takes to win.
What a heck of a play by Posey.
That's got to be a Tommy point.
Tommy point right there. What a play by Posey.
This is James Posey, and the green is back on.
Welcome back inside the TD Bank North Garden, everybody, as we are just about set to go. The Celtics and the Pacers for what could well be the final time this year. Let's check out our Southwest Airlines starting lineups. Boston again able to go with the five they want to go with. Rondo and Ray Allen in the backcourt. Perkins, Pierce, and Kevin Garnett along the front line for head coach Doc Rivers. If you missed it yesterday, Doc named the NBA Coach of the Month for the month of March, or as I told him when we got on the plane last night, it is now officially the Glenn Rivers NBA Coach of the Month trophy. You win it 2 times and they name it after you, and that's what he's got. Starting lineup on the other side for the Pacers, it will be Flip Murray in the backcourt. He's there with Granger, Foster, Murphy, and Dunleavy. Jermaine O'Neal will come off the bench tonight for this basketball team. He is a starter, though, normally for head coach Jim O'Brien. Still 12 games over 500 in his 6th season as an NBA head coach. Let's check in with our DCU sideline reporter. He's Greg Dickerson.
Mike, Celtics with a chance to get 60 wins tonight, so I asked Doc Rivers before the game, what does that mean? His response, a very emphatic, not a thing. He said, listen, you don't get anything for it, so it really means nothing to us. He said, I understand the difference between 50 and 60 wins is 10, but it's a number, 40, 50, 60. Really, what is the difference? As for the single season turnaround, that too, he said, maybe someday we'll look back on it and say it's nice, but again, it's not what we're playing for, so that doesn't mean anything to us either.
Why does he want to take all this fun out of the stuff that we want to fool around with? I don't understand. Let's take a look at tonight's honeydew list. What do you got, T?
Well, slow him down. You see field goal attempts 85.6, second in the NBA. Take it to the Pacers inside.
Indiana playing in Boston for the first time in 15 months. Celtics have been doing a number on a lot of teams this year. Tony Brown, Greg Willard, Derek Richardson, he tried to say, are officials tonight.
Well, it was a toss that nobody could get to, including the official.
That one is whacked around and it's controlled by Murray. Jamal Tinsley, of course, the longtime point guard for the Pacers. He is out of action. Murray, 15 games in an Indiana uniform, misses the jump shot. He's known primarily as a shooter, not a playmaker. Here comes Rondo the other way. Indiana back quickly on defense. Allen beats Murray baseline. Pierce steps into a 3.
Nice penetration. Got everybody looking. Found Pierce.
Celtics had great luck shooting the 3 last night in Chicago. And again, don't be surprised by Indiana putting up a bunch of 3s. There you can see 14 of 25 shooting for Boston last night in Chicago. There are back-to-backs in the NBA, and then there are back-to-backs. When you come from Chicago East, you find yourself going to bed around 4:30 in the morning, which is what about the time that most of us tucked in. So we'll see if that has any effect on Boston. Pacers were here waiting. Ray Allen for 2.
Well, Dunleavy cannot defend Ray Allen, but they're playing a semi-matchup zone, so.
Dunleavy hard to the bucket and is able to draw the first foul of the game. It's going to go on Kendrick Perkins.
Dunleavy was having his ups and downs out in Golden State, and it seems to have found a home here with the Pacers. Look at the points and the shooting percentage, and certainly the threes, big time, 42%. And he is not reluctant to let it fly, baby.
Yeah. Only averaged 13 points a game last year, so it's quite an improvement. Field goal percentage, threes, 3-point percentage, free throws made and attempted, free throw percentage, name it, anything, assists, they're all career highs for Dunleavy. So he has certainly adjusted to Jim O'Brien very well. KG for 2.
Pierce getting KG involved. Penetration, everybody drops.
Foster right there for the tip, but it wouldn't stay down for him. Here's Pierce the other way. Perkins running the floor to Kevin Garnett for 2.
Nice play. Good pass by Perk.
Celtics have made their first 4 shots. And again, on the heels of what I mentioned to you, getting in it, landing around 3 o'clock this morning out of Hanscom. Probably guys getting home 4 a little after. Dunleavy misses deep. You can't say enough, Tom, about the focus of this basketball team, how they just come out right off the get-go and play hard here.
The Celtics of this season, they are so determined to win that every play, every possession is a super effort by those the 3 players, that the all-star players. So it's catchy with everybody else.
Foster trying to defend Garnett. Little handoff to Pierce. Lost it on the way up. Tipped nicely by Garnett. And Ray Allen gets it, but there's only 5 left on the shot clock. Knows he has to take it. Rebound Murphy. Dunleavy just lost the dribble with his left hand. Dunleavy looks like he's been working out. He's not as thin as he used to be. Much bigger through the shoulders.
Well, that's just natural maturity. I keep telling you, guys will fill out naturally. They don't have to go super work at it.
I missed that part of my life.
You missed it?
Yeah, I did. Something happened. I think it was in the Navy.
You kept eating.
Murray taking it hard to the hoop. Let's take a look at our Subaru key matchup of tonight's game. The Celtics up by 7 here early. It's head-to-head this year between Granger and Pierce, and Granger really is evolving as the second guy to O'Neal on this basketball team. 54% shooting in the 2 games. Pierce putting up some big numbers, 29 and 11.
Now, he's a medium-range shooter too, to go with the outside shot. So, and he can finish. So Granger is a tough matchup for anybody.
O'Neal, if you missed it off the top, missed 33 games with a bone bruise on his left knee, and came off the bench against Miami. Will come off the bench here tonight. Perkins clears it. The Pacers a quick 0 for 7 to open the game. Garnett thought he had that off the glass.
Well, it appears right now the Celtics are willing to run with this team.
Foster an offensive board over the top of Perkins.
Yeah, the first thing you got to do is find out where he is, because the further you block him out, the easier it's going to be for you to get the rebound. If you go and retreat immediately to get the rebound, he'll jump over the top of you.
He is consistently, he's in his 9th year now. He being Jeff Foster, has consistently been one of the better rebounders in this league for a long time.
Well, he goes after it. You hear me talk about guys that go after it. They just don't wait for the ball to come to them.
Dunleavy able to get the first basket. Foster already has 3 offensive rebounds in this game, 4 minutes in. Rondo. Murphy's got him in a switch, skips it to Pierce. Granger will stay with Pierce most of the night. Underneath Perk, outside Rondo, open jumper is short.
Perk had a layup there against the little guy.
Flip Murray can do that. He can put a lot of points up. Pacers right back in this thing at 9-7 after Boston had the early lead, and now Doc wants a timeout, a 22nd timeout off a 5-0 run by Indiana to make this a 2-point game. Modell's Sporting Goods, the official sporting goods store of the Boston Celtics, is offering you the chance of a lifetime to be an honorary Celtic ball kid for a game. The experience includes an autographed Celtic basketball, assisting NBA players during warm-ups, a Celtics Modell's t-shirt, and 2 premium tickets to the game for additional guests. Stop by Modell's and enter for your chance to win this great experience for the April 16th game. Must be between the ages of 12 and 18 to qualify.
Well, they've been really dying for a point guard at Indiana, and hopefully Flip Murray is that point guard. He's not that big, but look at the strong move he makes in between 2 of the Celtics. Mal Tinsley has been their point guard, and pretty good one at that. But I think he's worn out his welcome.
Yes, he has in a couple of places. Jim O'Brien is going to change in his front office with the announcements of Johnny Walsh moving on. Talk about that a little bit later on. Garnett. Nope. Ray Allen, nice job. Just tipped it back to KG, knew exactly where he was. Pierce to the basket for the foul. There are 3 players in the league who get to the basket as well as Pierce did.
Look at this, right between everybody, and there was the little hit by the big guy.
Pierce knocks down the first. Paul is playing in his 727th career game tonight, and that puts him in the top 10 now in Celtic history. Just snuck past Dave Collins, number 10. A lot of milestones for Paul this year, and milestones for the team.
He's going to set a lot of records before he's done. He's still got quite a few years left.
A lot of guys you played with on that list ahead of him: Kuz, Sam Jones, Bill Russell. Murray short this time. The 4th offensive rebound for Foster. Dunleavy, and it's got tapped on the way by, it would appear, by Garnett. KG doesn't like the call. Doc up saying, I think there was a travel maybe before the disputed call. Here's Dunleavy for 2. Tonight's Celtic game is brought to you by Legal Seafoods. Remember, if it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. Pacers have shot 90% from the free throw line in 9 different games. They're a good free throw shooting team.
Well, they're all good outside shooters, so they have a touch.
Rondo, 2.
Oh, nice play. Caught Murray napping.
Murphy, cross-court Granger. Granger taking it to the basket. Wild with the shot. With Foster again in the middle of it all, but Garnett comes away with it. Celtics got numbers here on the break if they push it. Pierce for 3. Yes.
Nice play by Rondo. Searched out the best option and found it.
Pierce is 2 for 2 in the game. Tipped home by Murphy.
A Jersey guy.
Yeah, Jersey guy. You've been waiting for that moment, haven't you? Soft hands.
Soft hands.
Warm heart.
I think he's on exit 13.
Pierce into the paint again. Lays it down. Burke gathers and got stripped by Murray, who got a hand in there.
Got him on the wrists.
Rondo will inbound. 5 seconds on the shot clock halfway through this first quarter. Celtics by 5. Biggest lead's been 7. Garnett pops.
That is an old Celtic play. It works just like that. And there's not an awful lot of ways to stop that play either.
Traveling violation called on Murphy as he made his move, and that's going to get us a timeout. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. First quarter here at the TD Bank North Garden. Celtics, they got a 5-point lead early. Celtics holding the Pacers to 21% shooting through the first 6 minutes, and they got a 5-point lead at 16-11. Coming up tonight after the game, it's Celtics Now with Donnie Marshall and Laura Benke. In this week's show, we go roller skating with Rajon Rondo and take another look back at these Seats for Soldiers night. Celtics Now tonight after Mohegan Sun Sports Tonight on Comcast Sportsnet and Comcast Sportsnet HD. And now here for the first time tonight in HD. Our DCU sideline guy, Greg Dickerson.
Me and HD, it's always a scary thought, Mike. You know, last night in Minnesota, Flip Saunders, head coach of the Detroit Pistons, sat out. He deactivated 3 of his starters in a win over the Timberwolves. So Doc Rivers, he was asked today, might he follow suit? Will he deactivate starters or maybe give guys some reduced minutes down the stretch after the Celtics clinched the best record in the Eastern Conference? He said, well, probably a little bit of both. He added, we got a quirky schedule right now. We'd like to take advantage of it. You know, we'd like to do some different things with our guys down the stretch. That's interesting because last week, Doc had said he didn't believe in sitting guys out and deactivating them in ball games. He'd rather have a little bit of a rhythm going into the playoffs, a little bit of a shell game going on, because then Doc said, listen, I don't like to talk publicly about rest because a lot of times guys, they'll read the papers, but we have an idea of what we want to do.
So did he tell you?
No, that's the whole shell game. I mean,
okay.
he told me two different things.
It's just like Greg. He leaves you with a mystery every time he steps that. A mystery.
KG.
Yeah, that is a must. That matchup there, Foster is not going to block KG's shot.
Celtics match their largest lead, 7. Dunleavy in the lane, and another traveling violation called.
Take a look at Garnett against Foster. Single coverage here. There's a bump. There's the fall away and hand in the face. Trying to cut off the vision. That didn't work.
3 turnovers here for the Pacers early. The Celtics just won. Garnett grabbed by Foster. Will get to the free throw line.
Well, it's a great pass. Watch this pass to Garnett in a perfect spot for him to go to the hoop. And just on the catch turn. And Foster was beat before the ball was even caught. That's the move I would like to see Garnett use more and more, is make the move off the catch. And that would add so much to his game. That would make him reluctant to double him. And also, I think give him another 4 points a game, maybe 5, you know, with a free throw here or there.
That 54% shooting you saw on that last graphic, a career best for Kevin Garnett.
Well, they've been very judicious with Garnett's minutes the entire season. He has not played, I don't think he's played a 40-minute game all season.
Murphy turns it over. Off the hands of Murray. Up ahead to Rondo. Celtics get some people running the floor. Pierce going to try another 3. Rondo got a hand on that, but then couldn't go get it.
Rondo had 2 big guys up in front. And then moved for the trailer to get to it.
Granger has that one blocked. Perk with the second block. And a foul. Oh, a nice defensive stand there by Perk. Gets a smile out of Doc Rivers to call the foul. Take a look.
Take a look as Granger beats his man, and that's a good block from the weak side. And people are just coming over the top.
Second foul on Perk. Leon Poe's going to come into the game with those 2 fouls on Perkins. And Foster has never been a very good free throw shooter.
For the Celtics, number 0, Leon Poe replaces Kendrick Perkins.
O'Neal trying to get into the game, but he won't be able to get in because he's coming in for Foster. You can see over the last 4 years, he has missed 122 games. Jermaine O'Neal has.
Well, there were huge hopes for him.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's lived up to them. He was going to be the franchise player. And even in his dotage, Reggie Miller kept being the franchise player.
Rondo bounces off Foster, goes back to Garnett. KG forced it up in a crowd. Leon got a hand on the rebound, and it'll stay Boston ball. Here comes O'Neal into the game. And Rush is also going to come in.
Number 7, Jermaine O'Neal, replaces Mike Conley and Jeff Foster.
Kareem Rush is going to cover Ray Allen. KG on O'Neal. Finds Rondo. Rondo. There he is, taking it through on the baseline. Pierce the spin. Back to Rondo. Rondo to KG. Oh, that's nice. Too bad it didn't go in. Excellent ball movement by Boston. A lot of touches. That's slapped away by Kevin Garnett. Hope Jermaine O'Neal is ready for KG and the intensity level that KG is going to bring. O'Neal's first game back was against Miami, and as we know from experience, the intensity level against Miami these days is not much. Knocks down a jump shot.
Well, that's his shot. He's not a turn-in player, so he was never a strong low post presence offensively.
Pierce back and Granger down. Gets him inside the free throw line. Finds Rondo. And Rondo on his side. Left side of the court does not seem to be his side. Strong move to hoop by Murray, but he couldn't finish it. Pierce comes away with it. Under 3 minutes now to go first quarter. Inside, Leon Poe. Yes, and a foul.
Great pass. That was really well done by Garnett. Watch this. They rush him. There's Leon wide open.
Celtics by 9. We're back with 2:50 to go in the first. All 5 Celtics starters have an assist, and Boston's got a 9-point lead. First round of voting is in, and we have narrowed the field to the top 4 vote getters for this season's Sullivan Tire 6-Star Award. Will it be Rajon Rondo, KG, Leon Poe, or Glenn Davis? Log on to ComcastSportsNet.com and cast your final vote for the player that exemplifies Celtic pride. Now, every fan that votes will be eligible to win playoff tickets and a $300 gift card to Sullivan Tire. Vote today for the 2008 Sullivan Tire 6-Star Award. Do it on ComcastSportsNet.com.
Take a look at this nice play. Pass to Garnett. As soon as the rotation is there, it's off and right in the hands of Leon. And Leon, of course, can take a blow and then shoot the ball. And he can do it effectively. So he'll have a chance at a 3-point play. And major portion of the season, he did not play. But he's playing now.
Kevin Garnett has gone to the bench, and P.J. Brown is into the game. Earliest to have seen P.J. Leon completes the 3-point play. First double-digit lead belongs to Boston. So it's Rondo, Brown, Pierce, Poe, and Allen.
Rondo getting tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch this. Here's the drive, and none of the big guys can get there, so the smallest guy in the white uniform goes for the block.
So Eddie House is going to check into the game, and Rondo will sit down. 2 points, 1 assist, and a couple of fouls for Rajon.
Well, what made that play and allowed Rush to get to the baseline is that P.J. Brown was overplaying Jermaine O'Neal, and O'Neal picked him off then, so Brown could not get back and protect the baseline.
So Eddie House gets a stint at point guard here. Pierce on Granger to Leon.
And out of nowhere comes Zero. Like Zorro.
Murphy deep. Knocks it down.
Yeah, he can do that.
Final 2 minutes here. First quarter. Celtics holding the Pacers right now to 27% shooting. Ray Allen, the fall away on Granger is short. O'Neal's got it.
Well, that's what you want to do, is just what PJ did on O'Neal. Get all over him so he can't see where the outlet ought to go.
Celtics have done a really good job here forcing the Pacers into half-court offense, not something they want to particularly do. Leon on the offensive glass kicks it back out.
Well, Celtics have not gotten an awful lot of offensive rebounds. And Leon will give it the big effort.
P.J. Brown gets a good look, knocks it down. Guys in Chicago last night were telling me that he just knocks that shot down with such regularity when he played for them.
Well, certain guys have what they call layup shots. And it can be anywhere. And it's not necessarily a layup.
Leon to the basket. PJ for two. Offensive rebound there right off the bench. Celtics open it up to 12, their largest lead. Murray and Granger are combined 1 for 10 so far in this game. Murphy is short on the three. And the Celtics will look for the final shot. Doc very quickly up to call the play. Impressive first quarter for Boston here as Pierce winds the clock down. Gets it back to Eddie House on the catch. Good play. They got a three-point shooter, a clean look. And they also put 29 points on the board. Shot 46% in the first 12 minutes and held the Pacers to 5 of 20 shooting. 7th straight home quarter here. The Celtics have allowed an opponent less than 20 points. That's how good this defense is. Big night for the Celtics here as they go for their 60th win of the season. They're off to a good start, 29-17 at the end of one. TD Bank North and the Boston Celtics would like to welcome the Greater Lawrence Regional Vocational School from Lawrence, Mass. as the TD Bank North Kids Clubhouse guest for tonight's game. TD Bank North going above and beyond for kids in all our communities. Transportation provided by Limos by Liz. Let's take a look at tonight's quarter stats. They're brought to you by aceticket.com, Boston's best seats. You want the best seats in Boston for all sports, concert, and theater events? Call aceticket.com at 1-800-MY-SEATS. Celtics are 47-3 this year when they have led by 12 or more points in the game. So that's a good sign as we head into the second quarter. Boston shooting 46%. Look at that.
Well, the Celtics were willing to run with the Pacers in the early part of that first quarter, and then they changed the rhythm of the game. And unless there was an absolute wide open layup, they didn't really go for the fast break.
Tony Allen loses it ahead to Granger, and Eddie House with the foul, and Eddie did not intend that to be as harsh as the official is going to rule it. Flagrant foul. Yep. Here's another look. So Granger will get 2, and then the Pacers will get the ball. It's the second flagrant foul for Eddie this year.
Yeah, I wish the officials would all officiate that foul the same way. One guy will officiate it one way, and then you play another game, and the guy's bleeding, and you don't call it. And
would you call that flagrant if you were?
No, I wouldn't call that flagrant because he got the ball first, and then he tried to hold him up.
Certainly no intent, evil intent there, harmful intent, whatever it is.
He did hit the ball. He touched the ball on the block.
That's It's got to be offensive, right? Come on. Oh, fouls on P.J. Brown. And the official says that P.J. dragged him down. Let's see. I don't think so. That's what he said. That's the signal he gave.
We got to show him a replay at halftime of that foul.
Jermaine O'Neal at the free throw line. Greg, what do you got on him?
Indiana Pacers. Offensive out Jermaine O'Neal, 33 games out because of that knee. Missed 6 earlier in the year. Basically, as Jim O'Brien said, they became more of a spread offense, passing offense team as opposed to having that guy down low. Ideally, the thought was to bring in 3 bombers, outside shooters, to go along with the inside presence of O'Neal. Wearing a brace right now because his guys were bumping into his knee. It was hyperextending, so the brace is on there to get rid of that. He said the knee feels good, and O'Brien expects him to be back in the starting lineup in the next game or 2 down the stretch.
Well, that official just gave O'Neal 2, and he shouldn't have gotten.
Poe kicks it out to Tony Allen, gets it right back. Double team, finds Eddie House. Over to Tony, has the shot. Rebound to O'Neal. It is a struggle right now for Tony Allen. Boston ball. Celtics have Poe, Posey, Brown, House, and Tony Allen on the floor. Travis Diener has come into the game. He's out there with Foster, Dunleavy, O'Neal, and Rush. Picked off by Foster. Third Boston turnover.
The first unit was judicious with their passing.
O'Neal knocks down that shot of his and makes it a 7-point game at 29-22 as we're approaching 10 minutes to go in the half. 5-0 run by the Pacers here. Picked off again by Foster off the pass from Eddie House. Dunleavy loose, just lost it. Doc wants to see a little bit of execution here now after 2 straight turnovers on the offensive end. Leon. Oh, Leon. Oh.
Boy, showed it one way and then the other way and created the foul situation. Watch how difficult it is to get this shot blocked one way and then goes to the other hand.
He knows how to score, that young man.
Watch it. Here's Tony Allen, and watch this hand. Beautifully done. I mean, Leon overpowers people with his leap, and they don't think he can jump that high. Plus, he's got these long arms. So they misjudge where the ball's going to be released from.
And he's become this point-a-minute guy off the bench.
How many points does he have now?
He's got 8 and 7 minutes.
8 and 7 minutes.
Diener, that's his shot. Rebound to P.J. Brown. Already 5 rebounds for P.J. off the bench. Tony Allen coming out looking. Inside again. That one is rejected by O'Neal. And a foul is going to go on P.J. Brown. We're going to get a timeout. 8:56 to go in the half. Celtics by 10.
Today, your identity is at greater risk than ever before. You can't prevent thieves from poking around your identity, but you can stop them before they use it. Early detection is your best protection, and Identity Truth is the earliest. Check out IdentityTruth.com today with a truly free 90-day trial offer. Visit IdentityTruth.com today.
We're back. A little under 9 minutes to go here in the half. Boston's up by 10. The Celtics want to send you on a shopping spree with a Simon Boston Celtics gift card. 5 lucky fans will have the chance to win a Simon Boston Celtics gift card valued at $100 and a 2007-2008 autographed Celtic basketball. The grand prize winners will be chosen through a random drawing from official entries received on Celtics.com. So log on today for your chance to win. Simon gift card, a registered trademark of the Simon Property Group. Let's take a look at NBA 24, see what's going on around the league, and it finally is official in New York. Donnie Walsh, who guided the Pacers to 17 trips to the playoffs, 5 times into the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals once, is now the head man in New York. And when asked to address the future of Isaiah Thomas, he said, "I need to sit down with Isaiah and have a meaningful basketball conversation." How would you read that statement, Tom?
I would say that Mr. Dolan has preordained that Isaiah's going to stay there, and he's liable to be there for another 20 years.
Will he be there as a coach, you think?
I think so.
Really?
Wow. I got a strong feeling that Dolan and him and Isaiah are buddy-buddy.
Okay. You heard it here first. You heard it right here. All right, we've got Posey, Kevin Garnett, Leon Poe, Tony Allen, and Eddie House on the floor against Dunleavy, Foster, O'Neal, Rush, and Diener. KG back on O'Neal. Nice move by O'Neal.
Jeremy O'Neal. Indiana ball.
Kevin Garnett raises his hands, takes responsibility for that one.
Well, Eddie really zaps that ball. He's playing point guard. He sees the play that he's supposed to make, but his passes are the ones that should be made.
Diener finds Rush in the corner. That's the offense. Foster again on the offensive board. Rush, no, had it partially blocked down there.
I don't know if Posey got it or Poe.
Just kind of deflected. Foster.
Yeah, that was not a good pass.
No.
Now they're going back it up and down.
Foster has 4 steals and 6 offensive rebounds already in this game.
Well, he knows how to take advantage of rotating defenses like Rodman used to do. I think it's really easier to rebound in this era than it was in the old days where they were assigned to block you out in particular. Now, you can beat the guy to the rebound spot before the shot is even taken.
James Posey steps in with 3.
That's going to be a big weapon in the playoffs.
O'Neal misses his first shot. He's 3 for 4 now. The rest of his teammates are 4 of 23. Garnett to set the screen, gets it back, takes it, makes it.
Pick and pop. That was a nice pass by Eddie. That was the pass necessary to make that play work.
Garnett, first player in the game in double figures. Posey ahead of the field. Celtics have their largest lead, 15, and the Pacers want a timeout. 6:38 left to go here in the first half. Celtics holding Indiana to 26% shooting. Lead it by 15. Danny Ainge, Dave Wall on the sidelines, checking out the action. 39-24, Celtics are up by 15 with 6:38 to go. Tonight's bonus code is brought to you by IdentityTruth.com. Early detection, your best protection against identity theft. IdentityTruth.com. Time now for Gatorade, heard around the cooler. And as usual, Greg is our man at the cooler.
Mike, everybody seems to have an opinion on who should be the MVP of this NBA season. Jim O'Brien, no different. Obi putting his support behind Kevin Garnett. He said tonight, I don't think I can remember a player coming into a franchise like KG has and completely and single-handedly changing the culture of an organization. He has done just that. He adds, there might be people on the court who are better statistically than Garnett, but if you talk about most valuable, I can't imagine that there's a player in the league more valuable to his team than Garnett has been.
It's good to hear, Greg, because as you know, when we go around the league, we don't hear a lot like that. People talk about his numbers being down or whatever, which means they just don't really have any clue what he has done, he being Kevin Garnett, for the Boston Celtics. Nice to hear another coach understand it.
Now watch, Ronda is going to walk it up. This is the change in the rhythm of the game. They have been racing it up and down the floor against other teams, and they want to break the rhythm of what Indiana wants to do.
Tony Allen in the lane, short. Leon Poe is not. Oh, but it doesn't go down. Leon stays in the battle for it, but Murphy comes away with it. It's going to hurt Leon's point-a-minute pace there. One official had a charge, the other had a block. The one with the block wins.
Well, let's see.
Well, that could go either way. Granger will be at the line for 2. Poe out. Perkins in.
Well, they are getting to the free throw line, and they're not even making good use of those.
Yeah, 9 of 15, shooting 60%. Granger's numbers against Miami really has improved every year in the league. 7.5 points a game his first year, 13 his second, and 19 this year. And he's a senior. He's going to be really good.
Indiana fouls on number 12, Travis Diener. His first personal, second team foul.
Tony Allen out, Ray Allen back in.
Number 20, Ray Allen.
I think I did a little quick research here, Tom, on something you had mentioned earlier, and you were right. Kevin Garnett played 40-plus minutes 4 times in the month of November. Since then, only once, and that was the game against Detroit. And 12 times has played less than 30 minutes in a game. So,
yeah, they consciously really keeping him down around the 33, 34-minute area, and they've done a nice job of preserving his stamina. Because a guy as intense as him can wear down. His batteries get worn down quickly, emotional batteries and physical batteries.
Diener misses deep, but is able to track it down, and then do you lose it out of bounds? Oh, you called a foul.
But they're making it up right now. Oh, is that? Give me a break. Yeah, Perk just got in and they call a cheap one on him.
He'll sit down with 3.
For the Celtics, number 0,
Leon Poe's time on the bench brief, and he's back in.
Bogus. That was bogus. That gets the bogus award. See, those are unnecessary fouls.
That was kind of a play on. I agree. Yeah. Give Pacers the ball and move on. Ray Allen shut off on the baseline. Circles the wagons. Kicks it to Rondo. Rondo. And Kevin Garnett spotted all along. 12 for Garnett, the game's high score on 5 of 10 shooting. That one's an offensive foul. Is that Leon who took that?
Yep. Right in the zero. Right in the zero.
Watch this. This is your guy. This is your guy.
Oh.
This is as close to I Love Walter as we have come in a long time.
Well, you got a feel for a guy that plays with that kind of intensity.
Without question. Whoa, there he goes to the basket. Leon, that is, but the pass was too far.
He was open too.
Yeah,
Better pass gets him a layup.
One of 9 shooting from beyond the arc for the Pacers, and that's their bread and butter. And that's why they're down 15.
Oh, that was great pass. That's the first time I've seen Leon mishandle a pass. He's got glue on his fingers.
I think he thought he was going to shoot it.
Yeah,
turned away a little bit. Yeah.
And still almost caught it.
Yeah.
That had a little zip on it.
8 turnovers for the Celtics, 9 for the Pacers. 3.5 left to go first half. Diener deep. Garnett's got 6 rebounds here, and they have to go with his 12 points.
Well, I tell you one thing. The Pacers are going to come out in the second half, and they're going to start making all those shots.
That's a foul on Diener reaching in on Pierce.
Indiana fouls on number 12, Travis Diener. That's his second personal, 3rd team foul.
Ray Allen off the curl, and he hesitated when he went up like he was going to try to dump it to Garnett, and then shot it. It's kind of an afterthought. Ray's just 1 of 5 in the game. Rondo to Ray Allen with time. KG underneath, but he couldn't control it.
Final Celtics.
Celtics are going to take a timeout. We will take it too. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. First half here in Boston. Celtics going for number 60. And they got a 15-point lead right now. Celtics have held the Pacers minus Jermaine O'Neal to 4 of 28 shooting. And they've got a 15-point lead with 2:50 to go in the half. Wrigley's Double Mint Gum is the official gum of the NBA. Its minty flavor is enjoyed by NBA players and fans both on and off the court. Grab a pack of Double Mint Gum today. Let's take a look at our Speedy Oil Change of the game, brought to you by Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your certified auto service center. Leon Poe.
Yeah, and when he gets it going underneath, watch these hands. And a power player when he has to be a power player, so he can change anything at any time, and he is going to be I believe, the X factor in the playoffs.
Well, see, all he had to do was become a dad. Look what it did. LP3, once he came into this world, all of a sudden, bingo. 9 points. 17 minutes. Life got better for Leon, and he capitalized on the opportunity. Indiana just 2 for 12 from the field in this quarter, and they're in trouble on this particular trip, and they have to call a timeout.
I'll tell you, that defense there is just swarming all over everybody, and it started with Rondo. Rondo had their point guard. Watch what Rondo does to the point guard here. He's right up on him. Well, we missed the play where he came off the pick, got the ball, and look at this. No place to go.
No place.
Great defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at tonight's Kia card, brought to you by Kia Motors. Kia, the power to surprise. Sam Cassell, 2004 All-NBA second team. Scored the most career NBA points by a Florida State player in NBA history and won 2 NBA titles with the Houston Rockets back in '94 and '95. That's tonight's Kia card, brought to you by Kia Motors. Kia, the power to surprise.
He scored more points than Dave Cowens?
Apparently he has. We'll have to double check that. But
there haven't been a lot of Florida State guys. But Cowens was one of them.
Yeah. Our crack research staff usually doesn't let anything like that slide through. But
I'm looking over at Dickey. Watch this. Little backdoor play off the inbound. And they get their 8th basket.
I was just going to say,
they have
30.
2, count them, 2 assists in this first half.
Here's a team averaging 112 a game in their last 8 games, and they've got 28 points with 2 minutes to go in the half. Rondo, an offensive board. Pierce to the bucket.
That was well done. Lifted one guy, and then Granger, he just moved him right out of the way.
2 minutes to play in the quarter.
Williams into the game, number 4, first minutes. He's trapped by Leon. Diener cut into the basket. And they turn it over after 21 seconds. Bounce pass to Pierce. Takes it up. He'll get to the line. Well, you don't want to take a look at this replay first time.
Well, this is aggressive defense, but watch the attack. Bounce pass right to Pierce, who had a half a step on his man. That forced absolutely the foul situation. But the Celtics are running off of steals. And they're doing a very creditable job at it.
Pacers have more turnovers than field goals.
And when they try to work the Celtic defense, the Celtics are so aggressive, they can't find the next guy to pass to. And when you overplay the next man, you know, when I say that, I mean the closest man on either side of the guy with the ball is the next guy you normally pass to. And you overplay those guys or make it difficult. Most people can't read the next player, the 3rd or 4th option.
Right. 44-28, Celtics largest lead 16. It's the only way that Pacers are going to get back in this game is to start making some deep shots.
And they are capable of doing it.
Granger 1 of 7 in the game.
If I'm Jim O'Brien, I'm saying to his team in the locker room, we need this game. But I'm going to tell you one thing, guys. We are going to shoot better. And look, we have not played well. And we're only 14 down. Now make it 16.
Terrific play by Rondo.
That's a Tommy point right there for your point guard.
And just a little thing. Garnett was back all by himself and nearly caused a 5-second violation because Williams couldn't get the ball in bounds. Rondo, another blind side. Wow.
Look at this. Great. Now, he has made some of those offensive rebounds at the most crucial times for the Celtics. I can remember against Nowitzki where he made it and then made the basket.
Granger picked up that foul, his 3rd. Was not happy as he walked off the court there either.
Now, they've called some quirky fouls on the Celtics, so I don't know if he committed that foul, but here's the one I'm talking about where he rebounded this miss and takes it away from their biggest guy.
I'm sorry.
What did I miss?
A good one. There's that play by Rondo right there. But that was a big play against Dallas. I'll explain it to you in a second. It was pretty funny what Kevin Garnett did after Rondo threw up an air ball from the free throw line. Leon Poe's got it. Pierce short with the three. Tracked down by Rondo. Celtics now will try to take close to the last shot. About a 5-second difference between the two. Rondo threw up that air ball from the free throw line. Yep. Garnett came over and pushed him off the line and pretended to clean the spot that he was standing in.
I missed it. I was looking at the monitor, of course.
KG. Williams misses a three deep. A rebound on Leon. And Boston has their largest lead, 19 at the half. 25% shooting for the Indiana Pacers. McDonald's halftime report with Gary and Donnie is coming up. Breakdown of tonight's first half. The Celtics closed the half with an 8-2 run. Also some Red Sox highlights coming up. Let's check in with Greg.
Good first half, Leon. Probably no tougher back-to-back than Chicago to Boston. At least it's up there. How do you guys feel physically in this first half?
You know, we had to come out, play strong, start on the defensive end, and, you know, work our way to offense, and that's what we did. We clamped down on defense first.
Defense obviously has been such a huge key for you guys. Also, limiting turnovers. I know one thing the coaches have talked about. Seem to do a good job of that in the first half.
Yeah, you know, no careless passes, take care of the ball, and limit your opponent to one shot. That's what we talk about in the locker room all the time.
Go get rest at halftime. Leon, solid effort off the bench, 8 points, helping the Celtics to a 19-point lead on top of the Pacers, 49-30. Gary Tangway, Donnie Marshall, back in the studio with the McDonald's halftime report. You're watching Boston Celtics basketball here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Tonight's AAA first half replay is brought to you by AAA Mobile Battery Service. When you need new batteries, call 1-800-AAA-HELP. While the Celtics continue to dominate here, both home and away, 49-30. Boston up by 19 here at the half. The high-flying Pacers only 30 points in the first half. Celtics have not trailed in the last 2+ games, 10 straight quarters, opponents shooting 34%, and they just never have led. They don't even give people a peek at the lead. And they're up by 19 here tonight, and you can pick any stat you like, Tom, that is very favorable for Boston.
Well, against really good teams they're doing this too, against. And it was remarkable, like New Orleans. They did a number on New Orleans there. So against a team like this, they get a little bit rattled in the Pacers, and they're not playing their game. I'm sure Jim O'Brien went in the locker room and said, "We played terrible, and we're only 18 down, 19 down. Let's take it and win this third quarter, and we'll get back in the game."
Might have been a tough sell. We'll see whether or not it went over. What do the Celtic coaches have to say, Greg?
Celtic coaches real happy about the way the C's came out the start of this one with the energy and the intensity, especially after you mentioned getting in last night at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning from Chicago. On the offensive side, turnovers still continue to be an issue. One of the things that they want to fine-tune as they get ready for the postseason. The Celtic coaches were really impressed at what Jermaine O'Neal was able to give to the Indiana Pacers in just his second game back after being out for those 33 with a knee injury.
And it will be. Burke was out of bounds when he got that pass. That puts Boston in double digits now with 10 turnovers. It will be Rondo, Garnett, Pierce, Allen, and Perkins for the Celtics. Foster, Murphy, Dunleavy, Murray, and Granger for the Pacers. Nearly thrown away by Murray. Comes back Granger's way. Foul is called on Paul Pierce. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. They're brought to you by Ace Ticket for Boston's best seats. Call aceticket.com at 1-800-MY-SEATS. +9 for the Celtics rebounding. 14 assists for Boston on 19 baskets. And they come up with the turnover. Ray Allen. 2.
Big play there. Come out of the locker room and never even give the Pacers a thought of getting back in this game.
Celtics a +9 in the turnover column there in terms of points. Good strip by Ray Allen. Over to Pierce. KG. Granger. Rebound Allen. Celtics by 23 and counting.
Granger shot that ball and he was still looking for Pierce when he released it.
Yeah. How about Dunleavy? Dunleavy has 8 turnovers in this game. Ray for 3. Got it. And Jim O'Brien says, whoa, whoa.
Well, we may not be able to win this quarter.
We got a timeout. Kevin Garnett has more field goals in the game than the Indiana starting 5. Boston by 26. We're back with 10:31 to go in the third, and the Celtics are all over the Pacers, 56-30. Celtic fans, now's the time to reserve your luxury suite for the suite. Did he say? He did. Suite for the much anticipated 2008 postseason. A very limited amount of suites are available now for all potential home playoff games. This is a great opportunity to entertain clients, reward your employees, or just enjoy these exciting games with families and friends. All luxury suites come with a private living room, plasma TVs, and a variety of catering options. To reserve your playoff suite today, call 866-4CELTIX or visit Celtics.com.
Well, Celtics are up now at 26, and they're in the backcourt pressing.
It's less than 10 in the shot pocket. Ray Allen caught with the foul. Let's take a look at a Wendy's. It's way better than fast food replay.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get a good big guy willing to hustle, get right down the middle of the floor. That pass to Rondo, from Rondo to Pierce, set that alley-oop up.
Murray's little floater is short, able to get his own miss. Being chased by Garnett, and he keeps backing up. Granger, nope. And the follow is good for Murphy. And foul on Rondo.
This is what they're doing reasonably well. Oh, please. That's a foul. Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, you like to see the game officiated correctly, no matter what the score is.
But how many times have you seen that?
I'm going home. I'm going to go home now.
Garnett. Nope. Murray has it tipped away from behind by Rondo. Rondo. So, Jermaine O'Neal stretched out down the other end.
Well, they're going to make sure that the second unit's going to play in this game.
Yep. Ray Allen coming up with another foul, and that is the 4th team foul on the Celtics here in 2.5 minutes of this third quarter. Not on the Pacers, but that may be more a measure of the lack of defense. Rondo, nice move. Ray Allen misses the 3. Murphy's got it.
That's a good block out on Garnett. Somebody was smart enough to pick him up. He was coming down as the trailer, ready to tip that in.
Murphy hits another 3.
Now that is the shot, and this is what this team has been doing. Pushing the ball up fast and hitting trailers, and all that big people except Foster can hit that outside shot.
Rondo is looking for an angle to Garnett, comes the other way to Pierce, and Pierce is called for a travel as he makes his move. Murray back in a hurry. Backdoor cut, and Foster unable to find Dunleavy. KG got stripped. Up to Murphy. Make that Dunleavy. Granger misses deep. Garnett with the rebound. KG now with 10 rebounds on the evening to go at 16 points. Well, I guess it's 9. Misread the number of fingers that were being held up next to me. Well, look at Toronto, huh? Jumping all over Atlanta tonight, 91-74. That's good news for Indiana. That game down in Atlanta. Atlanta had a nice little win streak going. They still have a commanding position in terms of that final playoff spot. Murray
gets a heck of a strong move by Murray.
Yeah. 7-0 Pacer run here. And the lead is down to 19 with 7:40 to go in the third. Rondo tried to force it in, and it's picked off by Murphy. Numbers on the break here for the Pacers. They find Dunleavy. He misses the shot. Long rebound just comes to Pierce, who happened to be there. Easiest rebound he'll ever get.
Celtics are moving the ball, but they're not finding the right guy that's open.
3-point field goal, a big part of Indiana's offense. They are just 2 of 16. Ray Allen having a tough night shooting. He's 3 of 10. Murphy's got 10 rebounds now in the game. And Foster gets an easy 2.
Well, here's a mistake by Perk. Just goes down to double the small guy. And I don't know if they said double him and protect Rondo, but not a good move. Finally.
Yep. Doc was yelling. You could hear him saying he's got to get out of there. And they finally called the defensive 3-second violation. Ray Allen will shoot the tee. Tonight's Celtic game brought to you by Legal Seafoods. Remember, if it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. Celtics keep possession here. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 6:38 to go in the third. And they lead 57-39.
That was well done by Perk. Nice pass, too.
First bucket for Perk, his first shot. Foster and Murphy trying to exchange, and they say it is going to be.
Watch Perk. It's a nice play by Pierce. Puts it down so Perk can see it and gets to the reverse side.
Murray off the catch. Knocks down 3.
Murray for 3.
All those fouls took the Celtics right out of their rhythm.
Oh, nice job, Perk. 2 in a row.
Yeah, Murphy look for Perk in the paint. That's where you can beat this team.
Murray going hard to the hoop, followed nicely by Foster. 17-point game. KG steps into the shot. Rondo was in there skying for the rebound, but Granger came away with it. Ducks going to put Eddie House in the game. Murray misses deep. Foster had it taken away by Pierce. Kevin Garnett up the floor is immediately fouled. And Rajon Rondo will come out. Eddie House will come in.
Well, they're going to give Eddie a chance to play with the first unit now and see what he can do running the show. This is all part of let's see what we got.
Right, exactly. And you have to use situations like this. Try to replicate them as much as possible in practice, but
and you'll have to give Eddie some real good playing time here too in order to really justify good decision. You know, 2 minutes and then in and out.
KG travels according to the official.
I tell you, they have when are they going to call one the Celtics play? Everything.
Sam Cassell over mentoring Rajon Rondo. That's going to be a foul on Perk.
Foul is on number 43, Kendrick Perkins. His fourth personal team limit.
And the Celtics are over the limit here with 4:52 to go. Only one foul on the Pacers in the quarter.
Yeah, and what's the free throw? This the 20th or the 21st?
This will be the 21st versus 11.
Yeah. And the Celtics haven't exactly been shooting threes either.
Tonight's Celtic game brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. You're now free to be more productive. Visit southwest.com today. Second one here for O'Neal. $16 the difference. Eddie House trying to come around the curl, gets it. KG faces up, takes the fall away, knocks it down. 18 for Kevin Garnett to go with 9 rebounds and 2 assists. Knocks it away from O'Neal. On the break with Perkins. Finds Eddie House, lets it fly. Perk there for the miss. And is able to track it down. Celtics will take it under 4 minutes now to go in the third, leading 63-45. KG deeper this time.
Pick and pop always works with Garnett. I'll bet you he's 80% with that jump shot on a pick and pop.
9 for 17 is shooting for KG tonight. Granger knocked away by Garnett. Granger able to go to the floor and get it back in the hands of Rush. Rush checks the clock. No, he didn't check the clock. He should have checked the clock.
Hook shot. That would have been a hook shot. Let's take a look at Garnett playing a little defense. Little poke away, comes up with the ball. Watch the block here. As Granger goes in and Garnett from behind swats that away.
16 turnovers now for the Pacers. Pierce tied up. Eddie House. Perkins tips it. Garnett's got it. Back to Pierce. Fresh clock. They'll take it under 3 minutes. KG to Perk. Celtics have it back up in the 20s again. Rebound of House.
You know, those are almost
KG running the floor.
Those are almost
nice pass.
shots.
And Ray Allen lost it. Yeah, you're right. O'Neal, no rebound. Pierce, 5 rebounds in the game for Pierce. 2 minutes left to play here in the third. Kevin again. Granger comes right up the middle with it. And he's got a chance for a 3-point play. We're going to get a timeout. 1 minute, 42 seconds left to go in the third. Boston's got a 20-point lead as they search for win number 60 of the season. Celtics and Pacers, all Celtics to this point. 1:42 left to go in the third, and a 67-47. Boston up by 20. Let's check in with our DCU sideline guy, Greg Dickinson.
Mike, this season, Paul Pierce is going to the line on average per game just under 6.5 times a ball game. Now, that would be the fewest times per game since his second year in the league. Part of that has to do with the trust factor. He said, you know what, it's so much easier to find guys and want to pass because the guys around me you can really depend on. I can go to the lane with KG, with Eddie House, with James Posey. I'm not going to hesitate to give it up when another man comes over and double. In the past, yeah, I probably would have taken the shot, maybe forced some things. Maybe in the past, guys weren't ready for the pass, and there was an inability to actually go out there and finish as well. Now, Paul playing tonight, he is expected to miss Saturday's game against the Charlotte Bobcats. Paul is not expected to travel with us down there because he's going to stay back here for the birth of his daughter. So congratulations to Paul and his fiancee Julie. They are expecting their first child together. Congratulations. There you see Julie. She's ready.
She's ready.
I talked to her. She's ready.
Well put. Well
Taking
put.
deep breaths too. Watch it.
It's been quite a year for the Celtics in a number of different areas. Leon Poe becoming a father for the first time. Now Paul Pierce. James Posey becoming a father again.
Yeah, Rajon.
Yeah, Rajon Rondo.
And Perk.
Perk.
Become Babyville.
The ever-expanding Celtic family. Forgettable night for Danny Granger.
Right, when he's out there in Indiana, he really can knock them down.
Walking foul.
Yeah, take a look. Pierce on the catch beats his man.
His second personal, first in the last 2 minutes.
First in the last 2 minutes, just the second on Jermaine O'Neal. And so the Celtics will have it side out. Celtics have made some changes here. Posey, House, Tony Allen, Leon Poe, and Paul Pierce are on the floor right now.
Now they're looking at Leon to play a tough guy, Jermaine O'Neal.
Pierce going hard to the hoop. No call. It goes out of bounds.
I'm with you, Doc. Doc just said we're getting fouled down here too.
Here comes Diener. Rush off the catch. Leon with the miss.
Boy, how many assists now? They got 7 assists on 16 baskets.
Under a minute to go here in the third. Eddie House's pass is deflected out of bounds. It'll stay Boston ball. 13 on the shot clock.
Well, they're misreading that play. That's the third time I've seen them try to go to that man when they dribble across. And they try to catch them in between the rotations, and they're way off in the read.
Before the shot, a foul called on the way by on Rush. That's going to throw Tony Allen the free throw line. While he's there, we'll have tonight's legal seafood trivia question. Remember, if it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. Which two coaches led the Celtics to 3 60-win seasons? Which two coaches led the Celtics to 3 60-win seasons? That's tonight's legal seafood trivia question. We'll have the answer for you in the fourth quarter. Not much is going right for Tony Allen these days.
He's too good a player.
I know.
And he'll get it back. He just needs to play on a consistent basis and get some serious minutes and regain his confidence.
Pierce, Williams guessed right. Posey knows he has to take it. Back rims it. Long rebound pulled down by Eddie House. Celtics now will take the final shot. This quarter is going to end a streak of 9 straight quarters where the Celtics had held their opponent to less than 20 points. Pacers right at that 20-point mark in the third. And it may go to 22. It does. And that is it through 3. The Celtics lead is going to be 16. The Pacers again came in. One of the highest scoring teams in the NBA over the last couple of weeks. Tonight they get 52 points with a quarter left to go. They trail by 16, 68 to 52. Celtics now just 12 minutes away from win number 60, 68-52. They have a 16-point lead on the Indiana Pacers. Mike Gorman, Tom Heinsohn, Greg Dickerson, glad you could join us here as Boston continues to roll along, headed towards the playoffs. Let's take a look at the stats through 3. They're brought to you by Ace Ticket. AceTicket.com. Call 1-800-MY-SEATS. 32% as Boston continues to just squash opponents on that end of the floor.
Well, Celtics are going with the smallest lineup I've seen them go with for a long time.
Poe and Posey, the big guys. And wow, Pacers turned it over. Jermaine O'Neal trying to get it to Kareem Rush.
Yeah, Rush was backing up, and O'Neal thought he was going to come to the basket.
17 Indiana turnovers in the game.
But this is going to be interesting. This is, we got the small guys. We're going to beat you with small guys.
Tony Allen got to the basket and couldn't finish. Jump ball between Leon Poe and Jermaine O'Neal.
Watch Leon going to the offensive board. It's a hard drive. And he steps right in between the two blue jerseys.
Nobody even attempted to put a body on it.
They don't block out anymore. That's why, I mean, if you're aggressive and you want the ball, you can get it because nobody blocks out. They're all semi-zone defenses, these modern-day team defenses, quote,
whatever
defenses.
They are.
Yeah.
Whatever they are.
I mean, years ago, you played the guy one-on-one, and you had to have moves to get to the offensive board.
It's going to be Boston ball. Jermaine O'Neal trying to steal a tip.
Boy, he tipped it with his elbow.
Yeah. You got to let the guy at least attempt to throw it up. Celtics get 14 on the shot clock. Ray Allen hangs for 2.
Big move. You know, Dunleavy is a big guy. It was right on Ray's shooting hand. Could have blocked that.
Dunleavy misses deep there. Just can't throw it in the ocean. 3 for 19. Make it 3 for 20 now from beyond the arc. Good pass by Tony Allen. O'Neal. Fouls on Leon Poe.
That's just good play by Tony Allen. They jump Tony, bounce past Leon, can see it, goes up and eludes the rotating bottom defender.
Jermaine O'Neal is going to be at the free throw line in this 20-point game with 10 minutes and 36 seconds left to play. Let's answer tonight's Legal Seafood Trivia question. Which two coaches led the Celtics to 3 60-win seasons? I would have got this wrong. How do you like that? I would have got this wrong. Ready? Do you know there? You don't just nod your head. You have to speak here. It's television.
No,
you have to, there you go. Thank you very much.
I'm doing a Eckenbergen, Charlie McCarthy, whatever.
Yeah, just a little mime going on there. All right, here are the answers. Bill Fitch and Casey Jones. You did it twice. Red did it twice. I would have thought Red did it more than twice. But Bill Fitch in 80, 81, 82. Casey Jones in 84, 85, 86.
There you
You
go.
and I were doing all those games. Remember? We used to win every night. It was easy. Piece of cake. That's the Legal Seafoods trivia question. Seven on the shot clock. Nice move by Ray to the bucket. Couldn't finish it. Tony Allen keeps it alive, though. Fresh clock. Posey says, I'm going to shoot it. Missed it. Diener. Rush. Can't throw it in the ocean.
That's their game, though.
I know.
Rush it up and rush it up in the air. And Jermaine O'Neal saying, he's got that too.
He will become Charles Oakley if he develops that shot.
Well, he's a better leaper than Charles Oakley. Oakley couldn't get an inch off the ground. You couldn't slide a piece of paper under his sneakers.
When he was young? Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Never.
Rebounded pretty well, though, for a guy who couldn't jump.
Well, nice play by Tony Allen. Took a hard shot here. And they were going to call it the other way.
But they didn't.
I know that, but one of them was going to call it the other way. The guy right in front of us.
One of them. I love the way you say that.
One of them, yes. One of those guys.
Rebound and rush. 21-point Celtic lead here. Playing out this fourth quarter. Celtics hit the road after this. Another 3-game road trip coming up. Down in Charlotte on Saturday night, then Milwaukee on Tuesday, Washington on Wednesday. We'll fill you in on that here later on in the quarter. We're going to take a timeout right now. 8:45 left to go in the game. 74-53, Boston. We are back in a 21-point game. Celtics are on top. 8:45 left to go here in it. Show your Celtic pride on your ride this season by getting a specialty Boston Celtics license plate today. The first 1,500 applicants will receive a limited edition Kevin Garnett t-shirt and will be entered to win courtside seats. Pick up your application at the ticket sales kiosk behind Section 4 and help us raise money for a great cause, Children's Hospital here in Boston. We've been telling you all night the Celtics are going for number 60 here tonight. What does a win equal? Well, it'd be 60 wins, obviously, and then haven't done that since 85-86. The 12th time in Celtics history that a team has won 60 games. And they will tie the single-season turnaround. San Antonio Spurs in 96-97 won 20 games, and the following year won 56 games for a plus 36. The Celtics with a win tonight would go to a plus 36, and they would still have 7 games left to set the all-time mark. Probably going to happen.
Well, have an investigation if it doesn't, because they got enough games to do it.
Celtics with 24 assists tonight on 30 field goals. That's a number that will make Doc feel good.
An awful lot of playing time for the backup players.
Yep.
And the Celtics don't play again until
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
That's right, down in Charlotte. Saturday night in Charlotte, and as I said, Tuesday in Milwaukee, Wednesday in Washington.
That's Leon getting a foul.
Exactly right. He's figured it out. That's about the best way I can put it. He has figured it out.
Watch this. Good catch. And make sure his arm goes underneath the guy's outstretched arm.
Leon's 2 for 2 at the line tonight.
Got 9 rebounds and 12 points.
Yeah. He's become a double-double off the bench.
That's amazing. I mean, the rebound total is the one that gets me. Forget the points. It's the rebound. I mean, he's such a solid rebounder. He goes after everything.
Become a much better free throw shooter, too. Doesn't give away any opportunities. He's the Celtics' second high scorer in the game now, behind Kevin Garnett. Garnett 20 and 10 tonight. That goes out of bounds off of Dwayne O'Neal. With that 20-10 night, Kevin Garnett now has 386 20-point, 10-rebound games in his career, which is more than any other player over the last 10 seasons. Tim Duncan is in second, Shaq is third. Rebound by Williams. They did a pretty good job of holding off. Williams, interesting big kid, but he likes to play away from the basket. Pretty long-range shooter. He's had some issues off the court, which have helped his career development today. Granger finally knocks one down. 3 for 13 shooting for Granger, 9 points overall.
Now, what kind of combinations when you're looking for
offensive foul, the Celtics, number 0.
what kind of combinations the Celtics looking for in the playoffs? Well, one of the key things is what players can I count on to help rebound misses. And if you right now they're trying to play small. I don't know if playing small is going to come into the equation in the playoffs, but you never can tell. You want to play quick. But now this unit has been in there for since the start of the quarter.
Yeah.
And
Granger hits another 3, 15-point game. No Sam Cassell tonight, no Glenn Davis tonight. Their night to come on the road.
Probably, yeah.
Foul's called on Diener. Kevin Garnett is going to come back in.
Yeah, he's going to finish off the game here.
So is Paul Pierce.
Remember New Orleans. They did get those guys back in. They really were taking a super look at Sam Cassell and trying to do exactly what they've been doing in this end of the third and beginning of the fourth quarter. But this is got to put the game away in the next 2 minutes.
Leon Poe's gone back to the bench. So it's House, Allen, Garnett, Posey, and Pierce. 4 in the shot clock. KG short. Didn't catch any iron. 24-second violation. And Rajon Rondo also coming back in right now. Before the Pacers can get anything resembling momentum here. Celtics have led by as many as 26, and as we mentioned, Indiana has never led in this game. Chicago never led in their game last night, and Sunday Miami never led in their game against Boston. does not go down, and Posey does a nice job saving it. Better than halfway through this fourth quarter. Posey to the basket, kicks it to the corner. Eddie House, the three.
That's the kind of play Eddie House is. He's a spot-up player, and that's the best thing.
The foul is going to be on Pierce, and we're going to get a timeout. 5:40 to go in the game. 79-61, Boston.
Today, your identity is at greater risk than ever before. And it's much more than just your credit information. Early detection is your best protection. And Identity Truth is the earliest. Check out identitytruth.com today with a truly free 90-day trial offer. No credit card required. Just visit identitytruth.com today.
79-61, 5:40 to go in the game. Let's take a look at a Wendy's. It's way better than fast food replay.
Watch this. Great ball movement coming up here. Swinging around. And there goes the cutter to the basket. He couldn't get a shot off, but Eddie House loaded up in the corner. Gets the three.
Let's check in with our DCU sideline reporter who's with an old friend we haven't seen in a while. Where has Donnie been?
Yeah, hey, Donnie, Mike was just asking, where have you been? I guess a lot of people have been asking that because I know you just finished up a movie with De Niro and Pacino, but there's something else you've been doing.
Yeah, there's some rumors going around about that I've been in the studio doing some music.
Are they true?
It's true that there are rumors. No, look, it's true. It's looking kind of true, yeah.
What made you decide to get back with the other guys and the new kids?
You know what? We've been approached many times over the last decade or so to do it, but it's never been right for me because it's not been about a reunion. It's been about music and doing the work. And you know, I found some inspiration and stuff to write about, and I found some songs that inspired me, and I decided, you know, if it's ever going to happen, now should be the time.
So we're talking about a new album and going out and doing some gigs?
Yeah, new album will be out in the summer. Should have a song out probably within a month, and hit the road in the fall. I hope to be playing here on New Year's Eve.
Okay, I was going to say the fall. That was my biggest concern for you, was if you were touring in June, how that might conflict with a possible finals date against maybe the Lakers.
No, we're going to be rehearsing the tour in June, and I already set it up. If I'm not rehearsing in Boston, I'll have a charter standing by for every playoff game, and I hope they play the Lakers if they make it to the finals. The Lakers, that is, because we're going. But if we play the Lakers, I hope to be at all 7.
All right, do us a favor. Mike, Tommy, and I at the first gig in Boston.
Mike,
we need seats.
I hope you guys are there. I hope you're on stage.
Tommy
Forget
sings.
about being
Tommy
there. I want you on
sings,
stage
does he
with me. Tommy, I know Tommy's got some dance moves that he's withholding. I see him when the cheerleaders are out there watching the girls. I know he's practicing up some moves. So I'm gonna get him out there and give him some Donnie points up on stage with the guys.
I would pay anything to see Tommy dancing in front of 18,000 doing hanging tough.
No, I just want to let you guys. I just want to let you guys know I was voted best dancer in my high school class.
Oh, he was voted best dancer in his high school class.
I believe it.
Can you top that?
You know, I don't know if I can top Tommy. I wouldn't want to top Tommy in any way, to be honest with you. Tommy gets the utmost respect from me, but hopefully we'll see Tommy dancing out here on the parquet in late June with a trophy in his hands with the rest of us. That'll be the best time I'd like to see him dancing.
Donnie, best of luck. Thanks so much. We'll see you back out here during the playoffs.
So you were best in show in high school, huh?
Yep. I had the moves, baby.
All right.
I had an uncle that was a ballroom dancer at the, used to dance at the Harvest Moon Ball in New York. Won some prizes with his wife.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
See, all these years, what have we been together close to 30 years? I had no idea that in high school you were just cutting up rugs.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Find out something new every day.
Help my basketball.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Fake
Help your
here.
footwork, right? Yeah.
Yeah, fake here, a fake there.
I love the way Rondo holds that ball like it's a softball. Garnett keeps it alive. We'll go under 4 minutes in the game. Celtics up by 15, 81-66. They just really never let the Pacers get a sniff of this game. Posey will get to the free throw line.
That's what you want to do. And, well, Jermaine O'Neal, they made a run to the playoffs, but they may not get in. But watch this play here. And there's the nice cut by Posey, who just gets knocked off his feet.
Inside out and then back inside again.
Well, against these defenses, they come rushing at you, and if you just hold the ball and up fake, they go right by you, and that's one aspect of it. And the other aspect is that on the rotation, before they get to you, you can cut to the basket, and you can also rebound.
All those things.
All those things. If I were playing today, this would be duck soup on the boards. On the boards.
You're a double-digit rebound guy. No problem.
Absolutely. I mean, Russell would own the world, and Chamberlain with hitting.
83-66-17. The difference 3.5 to play or so. Pacers take a real whack here. Atlanta had been making a run late in that game, even though we showed that one score where they were losing by, I believe, 17. They had got it back down to about 4, which would be tough news for the Pacers if they ever came back and won that game. Glenn Davis gets a big hand coming in. And Kevin Garnett gets a bigger hand going out.
Well, they gave him 2.5 minutes, and they, in essence, have put the game away here. So Doc never let it get totally out of control, and still got a good amount of playing time for some of his bench guys. Yeah, you know, if the Celtics were to play Atlanta, playing some of these smallish type guys might be very important, because they are a smaller athletic type of team. And if you play some of the big guys, then Leon might be one of those important players too, because he's big and can rebound and play big, but he's not, he's fairly quick of foot, and so is Big Baby. And that there is brotherly love in action.
It's Mbutu right there.
Mbutu.
What do you think of that look on Glenn, Tom? You liking that? He says he just always wanted one. He doesn't try to.
Well,
think he was ill-advised on that particular move?
Is he ever going to let it grow? That's the question. Is it going to be that forever?
Wow, look at that. Atlanta has come all the way back to tie that game. They're headed for overtime. They're down 17, I believe, when you put that score up, 91-74 or something like that. Ray Allen knocks down a late 3. Celtics have it back to 21. Win number 60, just about in the books. Posey comes down with the miss. 7 rebounds in the game for James Posey. The Celtics have 51 to 38 edge in rebounds. 60 is right around the corner. Stick around.
Boston Celtics basketball on Comcast Sportsnet was brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines, by your New England Ford dealers, by TD Bank North, by Supercuts, by Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, and by Foxwoods Resort Casino.
We are back here in the city of Austin where the Celtics are rolling along, 88-67. 2:34 left to go in the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at tonight's official league leaders. They're brought to you by TD Bank North, the official bank of the Boston Celtics. Most three-point field goals made all time. Ray Allen right there at number 2, trailing Reggie Miller. Dale Ellis of the quick release.
Well, he was the super quick release. He was a terrific shooter. Terrific.
As we mentioned, Celtics will be in Charlotte on Saturday night. And then Milwaukee on Tuesday night. And a good one coming up against Washington.
Well, the Charlotte game is a good preamble for playing Atlanta. they got the similar type players, you know, at the quick forward spot and what have you, and power forward spot. Not quite as athletic, but they will test you with their quickness. So I'd like to see the Celtics win that game.
Rajon Rondo is going to be at the line for 2 here with 2:34 left to go in the game, and the Celtics leading by 21. If you would like to meet Kendrick Perkins along with Lucky, here's a combination, tomorrow night from 6 to 7 at the Modell Sporting Goods on Daniel Webster Highway in Nashua, New Hampshire. You up in that neck of the woods? Stop by Modell's and say hi to Perk. You're going to like him. He's a good guy.
Did Rondo change his free throw shooting stroke?
Not to my knowledge. Why? It's different here?
It did. Look at this.
Diener misses deep. Yagu in the game. There he is with a foul. Hey, Ike's got some sneakers on him, man. Hasn't he? Look at those guys. You ever see that much yellow on a sneaker?
Listen,
I never.
You don't want to wear those kind of sneakers because they start calling fouls on your sneakers.
Right. You get 3 seconds called on you all the time. They just jump right out. Look at them in the paint there. See, you can't hide in those things. Tony Allen trying to beat the buzzer, and it's a 24-second violation. Look at those things, huh? Are you kidding me?
They stride pretty well, too. See, look, I mean, you can really dig in with those babies. And the best part about it is the yellow never comes off.
Well, they only wear them once, some of these guys. They don't wear the same pair of
I don't think
twice.
Diago wears them only once.
How many pairs of sneakers a year did you get?
2.
2?
And if you needed more than that, you had to buy them yourself.
And was there nobody had anything such as like a sneaker deal?
Yeah.
Did anybody?
Cousy did.
Cousy did?
Yeah, but nothing like now. I did too at one point, but
you just got free shoes.
No, I got golf clubs with the Wilson Sporting Goods.
Did you? Oh, there you go. Okay, now we're starting to talk business here.
And not a lot of money. Got some money, but
a little cash, but a nice set of Wilson staffs, right? That would be good. Graham, not playing too much for this team. I thought he was a pretty good player. And I'd seen him in the past. Under a minute to go, 90-73. Celtics are going to put up win number 60 in this remarkable season. Still 7 games to go. Tying the NBA all-time record for greatest turnaround. I'll set that record probably sometime in the next 2 or 3 games. Sean Williams picks up his 4th personal foul. Don't forget to stick around for the New England Ford Dealers Celtics postgame live. Gary and Donnie will be in the studio. Tommy, Greg, and I will be here at the Garden. Doc's press conference, player interviews, Tommy Awards, all coming up. Pacers barely getting by their season low in points. Actually had a season low of 72 against Memphis. How did they do that?
Well, Memphis was singing them the blues.
I guess they probably were. Dick Life just pointed out to me that the game was on January 2nd, so perhaps there was a little bit of a New Year's hangover that could have perhaps held it.
In Memphis, yeah.
Held the totals down. New Year's Eve in Memphis might have done him in. Who knows? Too many ribs. .7 seconds left to go. We will be back with you on Saturday night when the Celtics take on Charlotte down in Charlotte. They can clinch the best record in the Eastern Conference with a win. Celtics' magic number after this game tonight is 1 to clinch it all, and they can do it by knocking Charlotte off on Saturday night and securing home court advantage throughout the playoffs. That is gonna do it. 77, the number that they ultimately put up. They get up to 35% shooting, but the Celtics, once again, defensively, just locked down an opponent. Never let him in the game. And for the third straight game,